Good day, sir. Welcome to this presentation on static routing and packet flow. In computer networks, routing is the process of determining how data moves from one device to another across interconnected networks. Static routing is a manual method of defining routes in a network. So where network administrators configure the path for data packets. So unlike data or dynamic routing, static routing doesn't adjust automatically to changes in network conditions, making it a reliable and secure choice for smaller networks or specific use cases. So in this session, we will explore how data travels from a PC to a server and back using series of routers. By understanding this process, we'll gain insights into how network manage data, including the concepts of IP addressing, MAC addressing, network address translation, and port management. Let's get started with the first part, which is the PC to server packet flow.
The PC to server. Step 1. The PC sends the data. The PC has a private IP address of 192.168.1.100 and the MAC address of ZZYYXXWW and UU. It wants to send a request to the server using its own public IP address, which is the 142.250.72.78. The packet is created with the following details. Source IP or the SIP is the 192.168.1.100, which is the PC's IP address. The destination IP address or the DIP is 1.2.250.72.78, which is the server's IP address. The source MAC or the SMAC is ZZ, YY, XX, WW, VV, and UU, which is the PC's MAC address. The destination MAC address or the DMAC is 998877665544, the router's MAC address. The source port or the SP is 54321, random port chosen by the PC for communication. And the destination port or the DP is 443, the standard HTTPS port. Step 2. The first router processes the packet. The packet reaches the first router, which is the gateway to the external network. Since the packet is destined for an external IP address, the router uses network address translation, or so what we call the NAT. The NAT is assigns the temporary public IP. For outgoing packet, in this case, the router uses 203.0.113.50. It also changes the source port to 61000 for tracking session. The updated packet now is contains the source IP or the SIP, the 203.0.113.50, which is the public IP from NAT. The destination IP or the DIP is now 142.250.72.78, which is the server's IP address. The source MAC or the SMAC is 998877665544, which is the router MAC address. The destination MAC or the DMAC is 22AA11BB33NCC, which is the next router MAC address. The source port or the SP is 61000 and the destination port or the DP is 443.
Step 3. The second router forwards the packet. The second router receives the packet and checks the destination IP address. It routes the packet to the server using routing table. The MAC address is updated to reflect the next destination. Source MAC or SMAC is 9988776655 and 44, which is their second router's MAC address. The destination MAC or DMAC is 0123456789 AB, which is the server's MAC address. The IP and port values remain unchanged. For step 4, the server receives the packet. Upon arrival, the server examines the packet. It verifies the destination IP address 142.250.72.78 and confirms the packet is intended for it. It uses the source IP and port 200.0.113.50 and port number, which is 61000, to identify the corresponding session. The server processes the request and prepares a response.
Final thoughts. The server will respond by reversing the source and destination details and sending data back to the PC through the same routing path. This bidirectional communication is essential for accessing websites, sending emails, and using other internet services. That's it for the explanation on how packets travel from a PC to a server. Stay tuned for the return journey where we explain how the server responds. Server to PC. Step 1. The server sends the data. The server has a public address of 142.250.72.78 and a MAC address of 0123456789AB. The server needs to respond to a previous request from the PC. The server knows the destination as the public IP of the router using NAT or the network address translation, which is 203.0.113.50. The packet is created with the following details: source IP 142.250.72.78, which is the server's IP address. Destination IP 203.0.113.50, which is the router's public IP address. Source MAC 0123456789AB, which is the server's MAC address. Destination MAC 22AA11BB33CC, which is the router's MAC address. Source port 443, which is the standard HTTPS port, and destination port 61000, which is the random port used by the NAT process.
Okay. Step 2. The first router receives the packet. The packet reaches the first router, which is connected directly to the server. The router checks the destination IP address, which is the DIP, and compares it with its own public IP. Since the destination IP matches its IP, it understands the packet is for further internal routing before forwarding the packet. It performs a MAC address update. Source MAC or the SMAC is 22AA11BB33CC. The first router's MAC address. The destination MAC or the DMAC is 998877665544, which is the next router's MAC address. The packet IP addresses and port remains unchanged. Step 3. Second router performs NAT. The second router receives the packet and recognizes the source as a response to an internal request. Using NAT table mapping, the router matches the incoming packet details to the correct internal address. The router changes the destination IP address or the DIP from its public IP to actual IP of the PC, which is the 192.168.1.100. It also updates the MAC addresses to reach the final destination. The source MAC or the SMAC is 998877665544, which is the second router's MAC address. And the destination MAC or the DMAC is ZZYYXXWW and UU, which is the PC's MAC address. The destination IP or the DIP is 192.168.1.100, which is the PC's internal IP address.
Step 4. The PC receives the packet. The packet arrives at the PC, which checks the MAC and IP addresses. It recognizes its own MAC address and IP, confirming that the data is intended for it. The PC reads the source IP address to identify that the packet is from the server at 142.250.72.78. It reads the source port 443 and destination port 61000. To confirm the established connection, the PC processes the packet, extracting the contents like web page or API response. So, for the final thoughts, this entire process takes milliseconds and is essential for accessing websites, servers, and services online. Understanding this data flow will help us troubleshoot network issues and comprehend how the internet works. And this ends our presentation. I am Sherry Nicole R. Escobiñas.
And I am Jumel F. Gonzalez.
And I am Carmichael C. Rabadinera.
And we are the